A Heflin business was honored at the state capitol in Montgomery today.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello and welcome back to East Alabama Now Local News. I'm Mike Stedham. Woodhaven Custom Calls, which makes and sells deer and turkey calls at its headquarters in Heflin, was one of 14 Alabama businesses recognized by Governor Kay Ivey at the second annual Made in Alabama Showcase. That program highlights manufacturers who operate throughout the state and sell their products nationwide. Woodhaven founder Michael Pentecost says his business started from his desire to be the best turkey hunter he could be. He started making wooden turkey calls in his grandparents' basement, and 20 years ago, he began selling those to the public. The company now manufactures and sells a wide variety of calling devices used by hunters all over the country. And it has a retail store in Heflin specializing in all sorts of hunting supplies. Speaking of hunting, fall marks the beginning of the bow and gun hunting seasons in Alabama, and it's a good time to bone up on some safety rules that will make sure you return from the woods safely. Sam Young of Heflin is a state game warden. He says many accidents can be avoided if hunters take a few simple precautions.
Some of the more common accidents we see is people falling out of their tree stand. That's one thing that can be avoided by a safety harness most of the time. When you're wearing your safety harness, just put it high up on the tree. That way if you do fall, you're not falling far from your stand, so you can actually get back to your stand, call for help. Another thing that we respond to mostly for safety concerns is your location. If you get lost out in these big management areas and these big national forests, just have that safety plan in place.
And Young emphasizes what he calls the 4 golden rules of gun safety, which can also apply to hunters who use bows and arrows.
Always know what is beyond your target. Number 2, always treat your gun as if it's loaded. Number 3, keep your muzzle always pointed in a safe direction. And number 4, lastly, always, always, always do not put your finger on the trigger till you're ready to fire.
Alabama has more than 20 hunting seasons defined by the species of animal and the area of the state involved. To check out the rules of each season, you can go to outdooralabama.com. When EAN Local News returns, we'll talk with Anniston City Planner Toby Bennington about a new study that should help the city continue making progress in its economic development efforts.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Anniston city officials have signed an agreement with a national firm known for helping cities diversify their economic bases. The Retail Coach has been selected to help the city develop a new retail recruitment strategy to bring more business opportunities to the model city. Toby Bennington, Anniston's Director of Planning and Economic Development, says the company brings new technology to the marketing industry.
The marketing world is evolving so differently. It's to where, for example, one facet is going back to the days when you used to survey customers going in and out of the store. We don't do that anymore. We monitor cell phones in a system that's called geofencing, and it can tell how many people are going into a specific store, into a particular area, or even coming to an event.
Bennington says the city has signed a 1-year contract with the Retail Coach for $42,000. During that time, company officials will be working to define the kind of businesses that would be a good fit for Anniston's economy and how the city can market itself to those firms.
They will be providing quarterly reports to the city, and it's not a group that people will recognize when they're in town, because they'll be in town at different times. They might be showing an area of town or showing some property, working with the local real estate agent, or just us touring people around like we so often do. You know, the tenant reps and company reps will come in and they'll want to get into a car and they'll say, okay, show me what you've got. And so that's when you get in and you provide the grand tour. And so, but they'll be both visible and invisible in their work.
Bennington says Anniston is on a roll right now with its economic development efforts, having reported record economic growth so far this year. And he hopes to capitalize on that momentum by signing this new contract. The Retail Coach was founded 22 years ago to offer communities a variety of economic development services. The company has helped more than 650 communities in more than 40 states develop their retail strategies. We want to remind you again that a hiring fair is going to be held October 25th at the Oxford Civic Center. That program runs from 3 to 6 p.m. and it's free to all local job seekers. It's being organized by East Alabama Works, and it will feature on-site interviews with dozens of local companies that are looking for vacancies right now. When EAN Local News returns, we'll take you to Piedmont for some homecoming scenes.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Thursday night was homecoming parade for the Piedmont High School. It brought with it the usual assortment of local entertainment. The Piedmont High School band, the homecoming queen, the football team, and the cheerleading squad were all featured. Even the weather cooperated by providing the perfect setting for the event. And speaking of the weather, get ready for one more warm weekend before sweater weather sweeps back down into Alabama next week. We'll go from highs in the 80s on Saturday and Sunday to lows in the 20s by next Tuesday. Thanks for joining us for East Alabama Now Local News. Remember to check back every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for a look at what's happening in our community. And please do not forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on all of our social media platforms. We'll go out tonight with some video of the Spears House in Piedmont, which is all decked out for the Halloween season. We invite all of you to post your special Halloween decoration photos and videos on our Facebook page, and we'll be featuring the best and the scariest decorations in our newscast for the next couple of weeks. Have a great weekend.